Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down 10 of the finest watches ever produced by Seiko, a Japanese manufacturer whose story is unlike any other in the watch world. Founded in Tokyo in 1881, Seiko has spent over 140 years pursuing a single relentless ambition to make the best watches possible at every price point, using technology developed entirely in-house. The brand that invented the world's first quartz watch, pioneered solar GPS timekeeping, and produces some of the most beloved mechanical movements in existence, all while keeping its finest pieces accessible to everyday collectors, is a manufacturer without genuine parallel. These 10 watches represent the full remarkable breadth of that legacy. Let's get started. Number 10. Seiko Prospex Turtle. The Seiko Prospex Turtle is one of the most affectionately nicknamed watches in the entire hobby, earning its reptilian moniker from the distinctive cushion-shaped case with broad, rounded lugs that give it an unmistakable silhouette on the wrist. Originally introduced in the 1970s and revived to enormous enthusiasm in 2015, the Turtle houses the workhorse 4R36 automatic movement in a 200-meter water-resistant package that delivers genuine dive watch credentials at a price that makes Swiss alternatives look almost comically overpriced. The rotating bezel, luminous dial, and screw-down crown meet ISO 6425 dive watch standards, while the broad case wears with a comfortable, characterful presence that has earned it devoted fans worldwide. For first-time mechanical watch buyers and seasoned collectors alike, the Turtle represents extraordinary value. The Seiko Prospex Turtle retails for approximately $350 USD. Number 9. Seiko Prospex Samurai. The Seiko Prospex Samurai takes the Prospex dive watch formula and packages it in one of the most visually distinctive cases in the lineup, an angular sword-inspired design whose sharp lug lines and geometric case shape earned it a nickname drawn from Japan's legendary warrior class. First introduced in 2005 and continuously refined since, the Samurai features a unidirectional rotating bezel, 200-meter water resistance, and a bold dial layout that prioritizes legibility with the same conviction as any professional diving instrument. The current generation houses Seiko's 4R35 automatic movement with a 41-hour power reserve, delivering reliable daily performance in a package that stands apart from the rounder, more conventional dive watch aesthetic. Bold, characterful, and unmistakably Japanese in its design sensibility, the Samurai is a dive watch with genuine personality. The Seiko Prospex Samurai retails for approximately $375 USD. Number 8. Seiko SKX007. The Seiko SKX007 may be the single most important affordable watch ever made, a statement supported by the extraordinary depth of devotion it commands among collectors across every level of the hobby, from complete beginners to seasoned connoisseurs who own watches costing hundreds of times more. Produced from 1996 until its discontinuation in 2019, the SKX007 introduced an entire generation to mechanical watch collecting through its combination of reliable 7S26 automatic movement, genuine 200-meter water resistance, rotating dive bezel, and a price point that placed serious mechanical watchmaking within reach of virtually anyone. Its discontinuation only deepened the affection surrounding it, and its influence is visible in countless watches produced since. If you own one, keep it. If you don't, find one. The Seiko SKX007 now trades on the secondary market for approximately $250 to $350 USD. Number 7. Seiko 5 Sports SRPD Series. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD series represents the most accessible entry point into Seiko's mechanical watch ecosystem, and arguably the finest value proposition in all of watchmaking at its price point. The SRPD lineup, introduced in 2019 partly as a spiritual successor to the beloved SKX, offers automatic movements, day-date displays, 100-meter water resistance, and an extraordinary range of dial colors, case finishes, and strap options that allow genuine personal expression at a price most people spend on a dinner out. The 4R36 movement powering most SRPD references delivers a 41-hour power reserve with hand-winding and hacking capabilities, features not always found at this price level. For students, young professionals, or anyone taking their first steps into mechanical watch collecting, the SRPD series is the definitive starting point. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD series retails for approximately $175 to $250 USD. Number 6. Seiko Presage Cocktail Time. The Seiko Presage Cocktail Time is a watch that surprises everyone who encounters it for the first time. A dress watch of genuine beauty and dial artistry at a price that makes it one of the most accessible, luxury-feeling timepieces in existence. The defining feature is the stunning sunburst or textured dial, inspired by the reflective surfaces and layered colors of classic cocktails that shifts dramatically in different lighting conditions, moving from deep navy to brilliant shimmer as the light changes across its surface. The 4R35 or 6R15 automatic movement powers a clean, elegant case with a display case back, revealing the decorated movement within, while applied indices and slender hands complete a presentation that would be at home in far more expensive company. The Seiko Presage Cocktail Time retails for approximately $350 to $450 USD. Number 5. Seiko Alpinist SARB017. The Seiko Alpinist SARB017 is one of the most quietly legendary watches Seiko has ever produced, a reference that spent years as a Japan domestic model known only to devoted collectors before achieving global recognition as one of the finest tool watches ever made at any price. Designed for mountain climbers and outdoor adventurers, the Alpinist features an internal rotating compass, bezel operated by the crown, keeping the bezel protected from accidental rotation in the field, combined with 200-meter water resistance, a highly legible dial, and Seiko's exceptional 6R15 automatic movement with a 50-hour power reserve. The distinctive pyramid-shaped crown, forest green or champagne dial options, and the overall design philosophy of purposeful elegance make the SARB017 a watch of genuine character. Now discontinued and commanding significant premiums, its successor carries the flame admirably. The Seiko Alpinist SARB017 trades on the secondary market for approximately $400 to $600 USD. Number 4. Seiko SPB143. The Seiko SPB143 represents Seiko's Prospex line operating at a significantly elevated level of ambition and finishing, a professional diver's watch that brings sapphire crystal, high-beat movement technology, and premium case finishing to the dive watch category at a price that still undercuts Swiss alternatives dramatically. Powered by the 6R15 or 8L35 automatic movement, depending on the specific reference, and water-resistant to 200 meters, the SPB143 features a unidirectional ceramic bezel, screw-down crown, and a dial of exceptional depth and finish quality. The overall construction reflects Seiko's ability when it chooses to compete with the very best the watch industry produces, not at entry level but at a standard of genuine professional excellence. The Seiko SPB143 retails for approximately $1,100 USD. Number 3. Seiko Astron GPS Solar. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar is a technological achievement of the first order, and a watch whose significance in the history of timekeeping deserves to be far more widely recognized than it typically is. Introduced in 2012 as the world's first GPS solar watch, the Astron connects directly to the GPS satellite network to synchronize its timekeeping to atomic clock accuracy anywhere on Earth, automatically detecting your time zone and correcting the display within seconds of receiving a signal. The entire system is powered entirely by light. Solar cells beneath the dial convert ambient light to electrical energy, eliminating batteries entirely. This combination of GPS atomic accuracy and infinite solar power produces a watch that is, in practical daily terms, essentially perfect in its timekeeping. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar retails for approximately $1,400 USD. Number 2. Seiko King Seiko SPB279. The Seiko King Seiko SPB279 carries one of the most storied names in Japanese watchmaking history, a nameplate that dates to 1961, when Seiko created the King Seiko line as a direct in-house rival to its own Grand Seiko, pitting the two against each other in observatory precision competitions in a remarkable act of internal competitive excellence. The modern SPB279 revival honors that heritage with exceptional seriousness. The Zaratsu polish case, a hand-finishing technique producing mirror surfaces of extraordinary clarity and sharpness. The high-beat 6L35 automatic movement, accurate to within +5 and -3 seconds per day, and a dial of refined Japanese minimalism all reflect the accumulated craft of over 60 years of King Seiko tradition. This is a dress watch of genuine substance and historical depth. The Seiko King Seiko SPB279 retails for approximately $1,800 USD. Number 1. Seiko Marine Master. 300. The Seiko Marine Master. 300. A professional dive watch of such exceptional engineering, finishing quality, and historical significance that it stands as one of the finest tool watches produced anywhere in the world at any price, and the single most complete expression of what Seiko is capable of when it commits fully to a purpose. The Marine Master lineage traces directly to Seiko's development of professional diving equipment in the 1960s and 1970s, a period when Seiko dive watches were used by the Japan Self-Defense Forces and commercial divers on genuine deepwater operations. The current Marine Master 300 honors that heritage with uncompromising seriousness. Water-resistant to 300 meters and built to GS divers' watch standards, the Marine Master features a unidirectional rotating bezel with a ceramic insert, a high-contrast luminous dial of exceptional legibility, a screw-down crown and caseback, and the caliber 8L35 automatic movement, a high-beat movement beating at 800 vibrations per hour that delivers accuracy to within +10 and -15 seconds per day. The case finishing combines Zaratsu polished surfaces with brushed panels to a standard that directly challenges Swiss manufacture watches costing several times more, and the overall solidity and precision of the construction communicates professional intent in every detail. On the wrist, the Marine Master 300 wears with the quiet authority of a watch that has nothing to prove, because everything about its construction already proves it.